Hello everybody, welcome back to April's on a Budget. I'm April and today I'm going to be doing some cash stuffing. So we are going to start with annuals today. This one, I believe. Yeah. All right. So let me count some money first. How about that? Okay. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So I have $190. It always seems like so little, but I can't get used to the fact that I stuffed my wallet in a previous video. Let me sort this so that it's correct, because I have it all messed up here. And I have this crazy 5 with this little dog ear on it, and it's just making me crazy. All right, so camping is getting a 45. It now has 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 150, 170, 190, 210, 230, 250, 270, 290, $305. Did I count that right? 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 50, 305. I did. $305. So this one is coming along very nicely. I think it has 4 and a bit more weeks to go and it will be fully funded. And I think I'm done in this envelope. I'm not going to stuff Christmas this week. So that's it for that envelope. And then sinking funds. All right, so self-care. Self-care is getting its normal $10, so it now has $30. I'd like to beef this up to 15, but I can't. I know I can't. I don't have 15 I can find every single week in the budget. Cats are getting $10. Their food is almost empty, so they're going to need food right away. 20, 40, and 50. But it's good because they still have money left over for the first time after food ever. So my plan is finally working. Yeah. Medical. So that, again, is not getting... We're not going to add to this until these shoppers cards are probably gone. There's just no need. Although, we may need to very shortly. We'll see. Water. Water is getting 10. It has 20. And now it has 30. So our water, last week, I think it was the day I filmed or the day after I filmed? The day after I filmed. No, the day I filmed. I filmed 5 videos in one day. And then I finished filming and I had a whole ton of stuff I needed to do because I had to, I think I worked the next morning. No, I had a birthday party the next morning. Anyway, we had no water. Our water pump broke. So I left here. I went out into the kitchen, loaded up the dishwasher, got it all ready to go. Didn't hit start because I knew I was going to be washing my hair. And I wash my hair in the sink. I don't wash my hair in the shower. Don't ask me why. It's a strange thing I do. But anyway, so I had everything all ready to go and then was about to wash my hair and we have no water. The water's not working. Our water pump broke. So Tyson fixed it, thankfully. He said it was an easy fix. It was a quick fix. He just had to go buy a part. But he couldn't do it, obviously, that night because he was at work. So the next day, he had to fix it. But here's the thing. Where we live, we're not hooked up to like a sewer system, like a city. So we have well water and our pump is what pumps the water to our house. So if the pump goes, we not only don't have water, but we don't have a toilet. You can't even I mean, you can put water in the tank and so the toilet will flush, but it's like, it's a very, because I don't know if it's gravity fed, I don't know anything about that sort of stuff, but it doesn't flush the way it's supposed to. Anyway, he ended up having to drain into a great big, I don't know how many gallons it is, but it's the water jugs that we use for drinking. We had a bunch of empty ones. And so he ended up draining the water from our hot water tank so that we could pour the water from the jug into the toilet tank. So we had a place to go to the bathroom until he could get it fixed the next day. Now, the problem is the very next day is my granddaughter's birthday. I need a shower. I need to wash. So I had to have a little house on the prairie bath. I literally had to use our drinking water, which is expensive, to wash my hair in a bowl after I boiled the water in the kettle and then added some cold water to it. I washed my hair in a bowl in the kitchen sink and then took my big mixing bowl full of my hair water into the bathroom, into the shower, into the bathtub. And yeah, had to have a bath in a bowl of my hair water. So anyway, all of that I said because we had to use our drinking water as our bathing water for almost an entire day. Like just everything. Every time you wash your hands, like I had to keep a bowl next to both like the bathroom sink and the kitchen sink so that if you need to wash your hands, you have the ability to do that. Yeah, anyway, it was a waste of a lot of our drinking water. So Tyson did go buy 2 jugs. I noticed he didn't take the money out of here. He was supposed to, but he didn't. So it's still topped up and we have a jug and a half of water out there and it's fully funded. So all of that to say it's fully funded. But anyway, and that is not even my news for this week. That's just one of those things that happen when you live in the country. Septic. So our septic is getting $15. Oh, I have no 5s in here. What am I going to do now? Okay. Wait, there's got to be a way to do this. I know there's a way. Okay. I'm just going to do it the easy way because I can't math. Okay, so I'm giving it its $15, but now I'm going to take the 10 and I'm going to take these, not that yucky 5, we'll leave that in there. I'm going to take these 2 5s back and I'm going to throw a 20 in here. I hope that's right. God, I hope that's right. Okay, 20, 40, 60, 80, 105. All right. Okay, so eggs. Eggs, we need eggs. We have 4 left. I just boiled 6 today, so we have only 4 eggs left, so I need to pop some money into there. And my daughter came home from school today, and she told me, this is a little bit of juicy gossip. She told me that the people who live down the road who sell us our eggs, whose daughter happens to be Abby's best friend, is not moving after all. So they split, and he, I guess, has decided he's going to keep the house. Now, good for them on a more mature level. Good for them. I'm happy for him. It's a really beautiful house, and I'm happy he gets to stay there. But good for us because we'll still get our eggs. Okay. Anyway, household. Household is not getting. It does have in here $15, but it's not getting this week because I need gas. Family fun is getting $5. I guess I probably could have put that in household because we don't even use this. Oh, we must. There's only $15 in here. Never mind. We must use it. It's okay. Yeah, I think we just used this. We did, but I can't remember for what because I don't know. Clothing. Clothing is getting $5. So it now has 20, 40, 50. Home decor is not getting, and neither is, oh shit. Oh, let me just, home decor has 20 in it, and oh shit has 10. They're not getting anything this week. And then into the family binder. No, this isn't the family binder. I really should swap these 2 binders out because I always get them mixed up. Oh, I can't. It says family. Okay. Anyway. Abby. So our little Abby is getting her $5. Me and Tyson are getting $20. I'm not even going to try. Not even going to try it. So I'll set that aside. So it's 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 2, 20, 30, 40, 95. So $295 in there. Oh, I gotta find a 20 or two numbers that add up to 20. I'll just do a 20. Just keep it simple today. So I do have a little story to tell you guys. So, I know that, you know, this is very common and many people have it, but when you're first diagnosed with it, it's really life-altering. So the other day, last Saturday, on our way to my granddaughter's birthday party, our family doctor called us. Tyson has not been feeling well. He hasn't been feeling well for a few years, but it's gotten progressively worse in the last few months. And so he went to the doctor, actually this time, to have his knee checked. And when he was there, the doctor said to him, you know what, you haven't been here in a while. I want to run some blood work. So he did. So Saturday, the doctor calls us while we're in the car on the way to Emma's birthday and proceeds to tell us that he would like Tyson to, if he's feeling even slightly dizzy, slightly, what was it he said, confused, or he said another thing, I can't remember what it was. He said, I want you to head to emergency right away because his blood sugar tested 25.4. So if you know anything about diabetes, which I do because I had gestational diabetes, so I'm, you know, I took the course and everything, you should be between, a 4 is low. So a really perfect range is between 5 and 7, and 8 is not too bad. They want you to stay between a 5 and 8, but 5 to 7 is perfect. And he was 25.4. So, and then not only that, but also his ketone levels are also extremely high, and that we don't know why yet. So anyway, needless to say, that's like, you know, we're heading to a birthday party where there's, you know, food and cake and ice cream and all of that. And of course, none of that is now happening. And so Tyson wasn't at the party for most of the time because he had to go get a prescription for the pill that they give you. It's called metformin. And so they gave him a prescription for that, only to take for 1 week. And also, you know, the sugar testing stuff and everything that he has to do every single day, multiple times a day, and keep a diary of it to bring to the doctor tomorrow. So that will happen. Today's Friday. So he's supposed to go to the doctor tomorrow with his little diary. And then I believe the doctor will send him for a glucose test. And then once he sends him for the glucose test, then we'll know more. We'll know more if he's going to need insulin or if he's just going to be okay with the metformin. But I don't think so, or at least not at the dose he currently has, because this week has been a week of me relearning to cook all over again, because all this food that I've never even seen, I had to stop a little old lady at a grocery store today to ask her what a sweet potato looked like. Tyson says to me, dear, what does the sweet potato look like? I said, I don't know. Anytime I've ever seen a sweet potato, it's already cut up into a French fry on my plate. I haven't got the first clue. But anyway, yeah. Okay, let me just count this. 50, no, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 4, 50, 60, 70. Anyway, so yeah, so today we ended up going grocery shopping. We did go the other day just to pick up some staples, but at that time we knew so little as far as what he could eat, what he couldn't eat, what was the margin in carbs and sugar that we need to keep him in, and all of that. And so we did go shopping, but Today we went and, you know, we are more informed. But it came with a lot of spends because we did rush out the other day, on Sunday, the day after the birthday party, and we bought, I can't remember. I think it was like $200 worth of food for it. Not quite. I think it was like 140 or something. But anyway, thankfully Tyson had enough to cover that. It did come out of, he had $500 on him that he was going to use as a debt payment, and nope, didn't happen. We bought the groceries instead. And then I bought some, it's called konjac, I think it is, shirataki noodles and rice. So it's fettuccine, spaghetti, and rice. It's all supposed to be like low carb or carb free. Anyway, I ordered that from Amazon. It was stupid expensive. It was like $60 for a case of 2. I think there's 6 packs in a pack, like 6 meals in 1 pack, and it's $30 per pack. And I bought 2, so it was $60. Recipe books for the newly diagnosed diabetic. Anyway, so yeah, just we've overspent so much this week, way overspent this week. It was just inevitable that the credit cards had to be used. It's just the way it's going to be until we know. I mean, we're not going to say, you know, well, we're not going to use the credit card and, you know, put one of our health at risk. That's just not going to happen. So anyway, yeah, so we did go over budget this week by a lot, and it is a lot. And at some point through the week, I was just like, you know what, screw it. I don't even care. I'm just, if we need it, order it. You know, that's it. It's just one of those weeks where I just didn't want this to be more stress. You know, we do this to not be stressed, not to add to our stress. So anyway, yeah. So yeah, it's been an interesting week. So if anybody out there has diabetes and you have any advice, the thing is like, you know, when I tested positive for gestational diabetes, it really wasn't that life-altering for me. The hardest part for me was dealing with the idea that every single thing that went into me possibly could have hurt the baby. And dealing with that was much harder than trying to find things that I could eat that were okay for me. And once I knew what was safe, the eating, it was not an issue. It was just making sure it was safe. But for Tyson and for people like Tyson who live on carbs and meat, literally carbs and meat, carbs and meat, carbs and meat. It's been a source of arguing for us for many years because he eats nothing but carbs and meat, carbs and meat. Now the meat is still okay, but the carbs are an absolute no-no. And so trying to find alternatives for somebody who, you know, just doesn't like most food. As soon as he sees something, if he sees a pack of bacon that says keto friendly, he won't eat it. I mean, it's bacon, you know. As soon as he even suspects that it's healthy, he won't eat it. He's somebody who, you know, will sit down with a half liter of ice cream, and if he throws a leaf of lettuce on top, he considers it health food. I'm sorry, dear. But it's not untrue. It's just the way he is. And so it's been a huge adjustment this week for him, more than anybody, obviously. And yeah, so it's been a rough week this week. It's not been a great one. Anyway, so I spent all this money on this shiitake pasta and rice and everything that we got in the mail. And I sent it to work with him today, and I felt so happy because I sent him this little thing of fettuccine. It's a little tiny little thing of weird-looking fettuccine noodles with Alfredo sauce, which he's allowed to have in small amounts. He's allowed a 1/4 cup or 1/3 of a cup. I can't remember, but I measured it out for him anyway, his allotment. And then I sent him a pork steak, which he's allowed to have, so he was happy with that, and then a salad. And then he messaged me and he's like, I tried, I can't eat it. And he's one of those people where he's not real big on, you know, eating greens and vegetables and all of that stuff. But if you make something for him, he will eat it. And this was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. He said, it just tastes like slimy rubber. So anyway, I'm not going to force him to eat it. I may, I don't know, dice it up and try to put it in a stir fry or something. Maybe it'll be better that way. I don't know. But he said it tastes like slimy rubber. Anyway, I got sidetracked. Where was I? Yeah, so that's been our week. Okay, I gave Tyson, oh yes, 20 for the 100 envelope and 20 into birthdays. So I wanted to tell you that before I got to the end of the video, because a lot of times, you know, you get to the last couple minutes and I'm not myself today. Well, for this video, last video, and the next video coming, I'm just not myself, and that's why. I'm tired. It's been a very long day. I spent the entire day today cooking. After we got home from shopping, I just cooked and cooked and cooked, and because I work for the next 3 days, and I need to make sure, you know, he's got enough to think about. The last thing I want him to think about is how to cook something he can't even pronounce. So I need to make sure his meals are made for him for the next 3 days. So I'm not complaining. I mean, I do it for him happily. It's just that it was unplanned for today, so I'm very behind. So anyway, 25, 35, 40 in Tyson's dad, and this is coming out. His birthday is this coming Saturday, so that's coming out right away. Tyson said today, he's like, I think I'm going to take him to Montana's. Oh, are you now? No, you're not. Unless you're planning on ordering a salad with no salad dressing and bring your own bottle of salad dressing to Montana's, you're not. So I don't know what they're planning on doing, but it's not going to be Montana's. Anyway, so this is my mom's birthday. So 20, 30, 40. So she needs 10 more and she will be fully funded. And then we move on to my birthday. So I'm sorry if that seemed like, you know, sad and depressing. And the thing is I have diabetes in my family, a lot of it, type 1, in fact. So, you know, having somebody have diabetes is not the end of the world. It's not, you know, there are far worse things that could happen to somebody. But just the first week is just such a huge adjustment. It's such a massive adjustment for us, and especially for him. So it's just kind of, I think, taken us a little bit for a loop. And yeah, so anyway, if I seem a little off, that's why. And you know why. And our budget is probably going to be a little off in the coming days, because we need to pay for, I mean, I don't know what's covered by Manitoba Medical. I don't know how much, if he needs insulin, what is that going to cost? Does our work cover it? Our work has a very good prescription coverage, but it is to a maximum. I mean, you know, so like if he starts needing this metformin or even worse, insulin for the rest of the year, will our coverage cover it? And if not, how much out of pocket are we going to be? I can tell you that when our cat had diabetes, damn near broke us, and that was a cat. So, but he wasn't covered by our insurance at work. So anyway, so yeah, so there may be a few changes coming up in the budget. We may be stuffing a little bit less for the coming weeks. We may not. It may be perfectly fine. But I can tell you that holy crap, is healthy food way more expensive than, like, you can buy a little pack of pasta for like 2 for $3 or 2 for $5, I think it is. You can't even get 2 cucumbers for that price. It's just like, and that is 2 meals for him with some meat, you know. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah, so we may have to increase our grocery budget significantly because, you know, not only that, but we can't expect our other kids, like our kids, to eat. I'll eat it just to support him. And I love salad, so it's fine by me, but we can't expect the kids to do that. So we still have to buy their groceries, as well as now special groceries for Tyson, and that's going to up our grocery budget significantly, we think. So we may be stuffing a little bit less in the near future. Also, since I'm, you know, talking about depressing stuff, this is not depressing. I'm actually enjoying it, but I remember telling you guys I was doing 2 positions at work where I have 2 different rates of pay. So the higher rate of pay that I was doing, the person who was on leave is now back. So those shifts are not there anymore. They will be, but much less often. And then also my son is going back to work, so he's my childcare when I pick up shifts. So now I can't pick up shifts. So my schedule is my schedule. My base rate of pay is my base rate of pay, which means that I'm going to be making about between $200 or $300 less bi-weekly than I was before. So, oh, excuse me for a sec. So that's going to hurt our budget a little bit. And, you know, with Disney coming up and all of that, it's just, yeah, we might be stretched a little thin for the next little while. So you may not see me stuffing this much money, you maybe next week, but the following week, it'll probably be about half. So I may have to redo some stuff in the binders to try to figure out how I can make it work, but we'll do it. It's fine. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I'm very sorry if this was a very depressing. I didn't mean it to be. I just kind of, you know, once you start, I didn't even want to talk about it because I knew it would come out, and I didn't want it to be all like, oh, poor us, or poor him, poor him. I don't want it to be that way. We are very blessed and we are very lucky in our lives to have what we have and to be alive and healthy with the help of some meds. But at the same time, there are people who are going through far, far worse things than we are. And so I do count my blessings for that. But at the same time, it's been a bit of a pill to swallow. No pun intended. And yeah, it's going to be an adjustment on us financially, on how we run things around here and all of that. So yeah. So anyway, thank you all very much for watching. Thank you if you stayed to the end of this video, because I know I kind of went on and on and on. But if you did, leave me a purple heart in the comments section so I know you made it all the way to the end. And I will see you guys all back for a savings challenge video on, I believe, Thursday. Bye, everybody.